Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to be joining in another secular homeschooling collab video. This one is hosted by Nikki from Homeschoolology. I'll make sure and link the playlist down below. But the topic for this collab is all about homeschool planning, so planners, any tools you use for planning for the next homeschool year. So I'm going to be sharing my homeschool planner, what I chose, and just some tools I use to help me plan. So first, I'm going to talk about my planner. So I chose the Happy Planner Big Homeschool Edition. This is the planner I've used the last 3 years we've homeschooled. So if you're new to my channel, I have a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old that will be entering our 3rd year of homeschooling. And I've tried a couple different planners, and there are some things I really prefer about this planner that I'm going to talk about. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you last year's calendar, and it's again the Homeschool Happy Planner as well. I'll show you kind of how I utilize it, because the things I needed for a planner are: 1, my planner fits everything. It has my life, it has appointments, it has homeschooling. I need a planner that will fit everything. And as you can see, this is a pretty large planner, which I'm completely fine with. Because again, I need to fit everything. Meal planning, all of it needs to be in one planner. I don't like having multiple planners. I don't like looking in multiple places for things, especially when I'm scheduling things like doctor's appointments, especially really far ahead. I want to make sure that it's not interfering with something else, which is another thing I needed with my planner. Is I needed something that was already pre-dated. There's a lot of undated planners out there. I've tried one in the past and I really disliked it, just because I'm too lazy to go through and date every single day, month, all that for the entire year. And some people do it monthly. I can't do that, again, because this is an all-encompassing planner. Again, I'm scheduling things months in advance. I run homeschool co-op. I'm director of Sunday school for our church. So there are things I schedule really far in advance. And to sit down and date 12 months, I don't want to do it. Same thing, I know they make like stickers, you can do the dates and months. I don't want it. I wanted a pre-dated planner. That to me is the purpose of having a planner, that it already has all the dates in it. I'm also not one of those to, make it pretty or decorate it. I don't personally get a lot of joy from that. It's just more time consuming. I just want a basic planner that has room for everything I need in it and is pre-dated. So I'm going to flip you around and show you the things I really like about the Homeschool Happy Planner and some of the tools I use with my planner. So as you can see, this was last year's planner, and I really like that it is dated from August to July, because we year-round homeschool, so that works perfectly for me. So I just picked up this brand new one on Amazon for $30. There was a coupon, a 10% off coupon. Normally I get them from actually Joann Fabrics, and I use the coupon, the 30% off coupon. So I've never paid more than, I think, $32 for this year planner, which I think is great. So the only unfortunate thing is they don't have multiple covers or anything like that to choose from, which really doesn't bother me, because again, I'm not looking for aesthetics. I'm just looking for a planner that works and fits all the things I need. So it's obviously all the months are laid out. Everything's pre-dated. It does have, a yearly layout. A lot of these I don't utilize that specifically. So it really breaks down the months. So it has a full month spread, which again, I will really like, which I'll show you last year's. So this is currently July. You can see I have everything on here. I have appointments, I have classes, I have reminders, all the summer programming going on that we're attending. It all fits in this monthly spread, which I really like. So it does have things specific to homeschool, like grade tracker, class overview. Don't use those aspects at all. It has a reading list. Again, my daughter reads, my 10-year-old reads a ton. This wouldn't even last her probably 2 weeks, so we don't utilize this. Sometimes I will track our read alouds, but honestly, I do a lot of that on OneNote. I'll link up above how I use OneNote to electronically keep records of things. I don't keep a lot of paper records of things. And then it goes straight into your monthly layout, or your weekly layout. And what I really like about this, Saturday and Sunday have a nice chunk. A lot of the calendars I look at have a very small section for homeschooling planners, which is fine. But again, I need a homeschool planner that fits everything. Because we obviously have activities and things we do on Saturday and Sunday, but I also do prepping for the school week and things like that. So I like to have these boxes open so I can write that information down instead of a little square. So obviously Monday through Sunday, it has the side. I don't often utilize this unless I need a note, but I'll give you an example of how I use this. So this is this week's. As you can see here, on the top in pencil, I've written my chores. And again, I'll link up above how I do chores and fit homeschooling and all those things in. But I have water plants. These are the base chores that get done by me every day. My kids have separate chores. Again, I'll link that above as well. So water plants, dust wipe, make sure the fridge is cleaned out, Lysol all the doorknobs. This will be whatever big cleaning project I have to do, and that rotates depending on what area of my house I'm cleaning. As you can see, I haven't filled that out yet. Friday, I do grocery shopping early in the morning. My husband cleans the bathrooms Fridays. Friday's his day off. And then again, see how I utilize the Saturday and Sunday. So I vacuum and mop. I have a 2-story house, so one week I'll vacuum mop the entire bottom, or the first floor, and then next week I will make sure I vacuum and mop the entire second floor of the house. That's why there's a little arrow and a little mop. I'll do my school prep for the week. Again, my YouTubing. So I film a video on Saturday, and as you can see here, I edit that video and then it will go up. That's how I plan my videos. I don't do it super far in advance. I just go over my list of ideas I have. I film a video, edit it, put it up for the next week. If something happens, like we're busy that day, obviously, vacuum and mopping can be switched for the next week. School prep maybe takes me 30 minutes. Filming a video, if I'm not a week ahead, then I'll just skip a week and I won't have anything. That's completely fine too. And again, Sunday, so anything I need to do for church, I will edit my video. We do a toy rotation, so I have that in my monthly spread actually. So I remember when to rotate our toys. And as you can see, my kids have Vacation Bible School the following Sunday. So having that all there really helps with the homeschooling, so I know what different activities we're going through, not just, because obviously like Vacation Bible School doesn't necessarily relate to homeschooling, but it's going to affect our schedule. So the things in orange or sometimes red, the pens I use, I got this pack off Amazon. It's the Line On. It's like the Friction kind of knockoff brand. I've had this for 2 years. As you can see, I haven't even gone through the whole pack. They work really well. I've never had a problem with erasing them. My kids like to use them for school sometimes, but I do color code in that way. So it used to be the important things I need to remember are in red. I ran out of red, so now it's orange. So activities. So we have story time at the library. I put Prime Day in here for Amazon, and we have another class at the library. Another class at the library again. Check out your library for summer reading programs. But things like my daughter's writing lesson, and she's a part of 2 book clubs this summer, so I have to put those in. My other daughter does gymnastics, so all these things in orange are appointments or things that are really important that I need to remember to put in. And seeing how that stacks against homeschooling, curriculum-wise and time-wise, is really important. As you can see here, I eliminated Friday homeschooling just because we have writing lesson, we have our co-op, we have my daughter has book club at the library. It was too much to try to get work fit in there, and seeing it laid out like this, I can tell that now, that I can eliminate that day at least for summer. So for what I actually put for homeschooling wise is, this is my oldest, HC, it's her initials and core work. The second is EC, my middle child, core work. I do not have my preschooler on here because that, again, is just touch and go, nothing I need to plan. Now, I don't plan out lessons ahead of time. I just do the next lesson. I am not required in my state to prove anything I've done, so I don't do any backwards planning or anything like that. I don't write down what we've done. I just do the next lesson. I do keep portfolios for my kids, and I'll link that above, to keep track of what we do, but I don't see the point of writing it in multiple places. That doesn't help me, especially if someone's sick or we get behind a day. It would mess up the entire thing. So I just put core work. So I know we will be doing math, lightning literature, IEW, piano, and typing. That's the main area she's going to be doing. And that will be the core work. Anything extra, like she's going to be doing her Michael Clay Thompson Tuesday, and Thursday we'll do finance. That's on top of that core work. Again, I'm not going to repeat it every single time. That's just too time consuming for me. My 6-year-old's core work is just math, all about reading. She will do Spanish Tuesday and Wednesday, and she will join us for finance. But as you can see, that's kind of lays out their schedule, and being able to see how it compares to our daily activities really helps. And then I use this bottom section here for meal planning. So the first section on top of this is all breakfast, second is lunches, and then the bottom is dinner. I do meal plan on a weekly basis. That's just what works for my family of 5. So as you can see here, I meal plan and go to the grocery store here. So everything is laid out. I know what I need to buy. Breakfast and lunches pretty much just rotate the same different things, and then dinners change up. But that really helps me know that having everything in one planner helps me know how to organize everything. So for example, on nights when my daughter has gymnastics, I know my husband's gonna have to cook dinner that night, so I make sure I choose a meal that will be quicker for him, especially since he tends to have meetings at night. Same thing, we have a church book club, book study we will all be going to, so I know I need to have a roast going during the day so we can all eat before we leave. So again, being able to see how everything intermingles with each other really helps me plan out my weeks, months, and entire school year. So I will show you some of the other things. It does have the, nice dividers and little sayings and things like that. But again, I don't utilize many of these class overview, reading list, or things like that. But it just continues on like that. And what's nice is because it is a happy planner, all the accessories for any of the happy planners fit in here. Obviously, this was for the smaller planner that I had before homeschooling, but it fits in here, and it still works. Same with this. If you want to keep track of where you are, it'll fit in here, not perfectly, but it'll keep track of where you are. But again, I'm not one for accessories or anything like that, so I don't feel the need to have that, anything like washi tape or stickers. It's just a simple planner, dated, has room for everything, and that's exactly what I need. And I do put I have leftover notes sheets from my smaller planner that will stick in here just fine, but that is how I utilize the planner. And once I have my planner, which I just purchased this a week ago, I will actually start to set up my yearly schedule. So this is just from Calendarpedia, and you can choose different formats. I choose the school year, the 2023-2024, start in August and in July, because again, that is our school year. We school year round. I choose to have the major holidays put on the bottom because my husband tends to have those days off. And then what I will go through is we do the Sabbath schedule. We do 6 weeks on, 1 week off. It will vary, as you can see here. This is definitely more than 6 weeks, but we just got done with a vacation in July. So we can do it a little longer. It doesn't have to be exactly that amount of time. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. But I will go through and I will label our first and last day. So we'll be starting the first week of August. And then I will go through and label vacations. So the first thing I do is I look at my husband's yearly vacation. He gets 4 weeks of vacation a year, and those tend to fall around the same time. We take time off in October. The week after Christmas we take off. My husband's a pastor, so the week of Christmas is very busy, so he actually takes the week off. Same thing with Easter. Easter, we school all the way up until Easter, and then we take the Easter break after Easter so we can have family time with everyone there. And then we will usually take time off the week of 4th of July for camping. So I plug those in. You can see here, that is the weeks we will be taking out. And I will just count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, see how everything fits. And then I will put down in brown field trip ideas, again, using these friction or knockoff friction pens. I will write, so obviously in October we'll go to the pumpkin patch. December we do zoo lights. April, spring breakish, we try to do a museum visit, and then every July, like I said, we do a camping trip. So this helps me get a full-length schedule. That's why I don't really need to utilize, in the beginning of the planners, that giant schedule. I'd rather have everything color-coded and laid out. Also, I can share this with my husband, so he has a copy of that. So I get my planner, I fill out the monthly spread, then I figure out the school year and how that's going to work, and from there I actually start figuring out our yearly schedule and flow for everyone. So as you can see, I keep it pretty simple. One planner, everything fits in there. This is my life in here. And after that, yearly schedule, again, all these. This is a free resource. I will link it down below if you want to figure out calendars and stuff. And then after that, I will start to, like I said, make schedules for the year. And that's just really easy. I use Canva. I use the online free program of that. There's a paid subscription you can do, but I don't do that. I just use it. And I made these templates for my girls' schedules, and they're taped on the wall. So you can see this is July, and this is, so this is my 6-year-old, this is my 10-year-old. And you can see this is one of the reasons I don't write it in my planner, because they have a copy of their schedule on hand that everybody can see, so I don't need to constantly be looking in my planner. I can just look at our calendar wall and see, okay, what do they have left? And also for my very independent, soon-to-be 5th grader, she can just go, she knows, she doesn't have to stop for mom, she can just go on to the next thing. If she wants to work ahead or get like IEW done quicker, she can do that. She is very good with managing her time, and especially at her age. So having these visuals, as you can see, there's a lot more visuals on my 6-year-olds, but she can do some reading on here as well. But it works. That is how we schedule. That is how I plan. And I'm really excited about this next school year. Planning and prepping is something I actually really enjoy. That's one of the reasons I think I keep it simple. I don't want to feel like it's another thing I have to do, but really helping me organize my thoughts and goals for the year. So again, check out that playlist to see what everybody else uses for their planning or their actual homeschool planners. I will be making a schedule video showing, you know, our schedule for next year as well, so stay tuned for that. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. If not, thank you for watching.